What is up, everybody? I am the Night Owl, and I'm back, baby. Excited to get back at recording some videos for y'all here. I took a break for a little bit towards the end of Neon Kamigawa because I kind of had my own stuff going on, need a little bit of a break, and then New Capenna went on for about 100 years. When I was ready to, I've actually been ready to get back to making videos for a little bit now, but I didn't want to jump back in the middle of New Capenna, both because at the time I was ready to start recording again. The format had been out for a couple months. I didn't really think I had anything really to add to the conversation at that point. I'd be playing catch up, um, based on like where everybody else was at. And also, I didn't play it myself, so I don't mean to slander it, but I heard it just wasn't that great, and so I just didn't really have a lot of drive to just jump back in and start recording new Capenna videos in the middle of the format. And it turns out that that format lasted for like 100 years. Like I was like, oh, I'll just get into the next one, and then it was. I think I'm correct in saying it was kind of the draft format for like a extra long amount of time, right? Right? I'm not crazy. Anyway, time for Dominaria United. I'm super excited for this set. It looks really good just off the cuff. I haven't played a single game of it yet. But just looking at the set, it has a lot of the things that strike me as qualities of a good set. And so I'm sure we'll get into that. I don't want to give too long of an intro here, but we'll get into that as the draft goes. That being said, I've only looked at the spoiler a little bit. Going into this draft, I'm a little less familiar with the set than I typically am when I begin drafting. I didn't play any pre-release events or anything like that. Like I said, I've skimmed the spoiler a little bit, so you're going to see me card reading here somewhat. And if I miss some stuff or some interactions or whatever, it's probably going to be the case. But I feel like I got enough of a grasp of it to jump in and draft here, so let's do it. Let's do it. Now, full disclosure, it's about 4 in the morning here, and so I didn't know if I was going to get a draft right away, but apparently, folks are ready to go. Glad to see it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. I am recording, right? Yes. Okay. Let's see what we got. So first, our rare is Sten Paranoid Partisan. I really doubt that this is going to be it. I mean, it is like kind of a pseudo mana ramper. And then you can like fix. But I don't want to pick like a multicolor card to like do that. I don't think that this is like super important. Shalai's Acolyte's okay. A 5 mana 3/4 is an okay spell, and then gets a little bit bigger. That's not so bad. Wingmantle Champion or Chaplain makes a bird. It's kind of a defender archetype card. Maybe I want that. I think I just take the cut down here. I mean, this is a pretty solid removal spell, just super cheap. I think a good way to start a draft. What do I like for the commons here? None of the commons strike me as that incredible, actually. Like, none of them are really that good. Like, maybe the Haunted Mire even. Like, the Ruwalas is okay. I mean, I actually see this card being kind of decent, just being a 2-drop that, like, actually, like, that gets really big, which is a good quality in a 2-drop. I don't think this card's incredible or anything, but, like, none of these commons really speak to me. I think we're just going to take the cut down. Kind of boring, just a little removal spell first pick. And I'm curious to see how much the total 5 or whatever, like, really influences it, but, I think it's fine. So, what we got? Twinferno. It's a spell copy or a double strike spell. Okay. Choking Miasma. Cards like this, I'm going to reserve it for now. Cards like this can be hit or miss. The thing is, I think that there are a lot of 2-drops and a lot of cheaper creatures. I think that the spell could actually be okay. You don't even have to like lean into the kicker, really. Like, this is an acceptable spell without the kicker, which is a really important quality for understanding whether you want your kicker cards to be good or if the kicker cards are good or not, is like how comfortable am I just casting this card on the front end without a kicker. This card's mostly, it's like a printable card in like, without the kicker and all kinds of sets. Again, none of the commons here are spectacular, just in my brief glance. There's like a bunch of more expensive ones. Maybe Artillery Blast. This card seems okay, but it's like a really expensive 3/3 flyer with a huge multicolor cost, and you might get a couple spells. I'm going to take Choking Miasma. This might not be like a huge impact card, but it's like the black card, and we'll try it. Hurling Battle Hymn. Oh, this card's good. This card's good. So we'll start with this. What else do we got? So we got a bunch of white cards. A couple black cards. Take up the Shield, Captain's Call. None of this is special. Artillery Blast is fine. Neshoba Brawler. If I'm doing that thing, this card could be pretty good, but I'm not really... I don't think it's like the pick here, but this is a solid 2-drop, especially if you're doing the domain thing. I mean, get it up to like a 4/3. That's incredible. Extinguish the Light. Start target creature, planeswalker. If it's maybe I actually want the black spell here. This card is better. It's just cheaper, like, and you have the potential to gain a bunch of like 4 life's a lot for that white mana. But maybe I just want to stick with the black cards here. This card's not incredible, but it's a 4 mana kill spell. Yeah, actually, no. This card seems great. This card seems great, and it's actually kind of a sign that that black is open to a degree. All right, so nah, not that. Tough card your library. That card seems like fine. It's like cycling with like a 0/2 attached. Bite down. Or do I take a fourth removal spell? Maybe. Soul Tender. It's a three mana 3/1. Not incredible. Mills a little bit, and you can eventually turn it into a Raised Dead. It's actually not a bad card, I guess. It's like built-in card advantage. I think I'm gonna take the bite down. Hammer Hand. Nah, I'm not really looking like either of these things here. Stall for time, no. Join forces, no. The Drake's okay. Like, yeah, let's just. I mean, this is like a ton of removal, which can be dangerous, but like, I think it's fine. Shadow Prophecy. Tap X for basic land cards. 2 of them in your hand. The rest in your graveyard, you lose 2 life. Okay, so we'll start with that. Just because I'm clearly looking like a black deck. And then also it's a domain spell, and I'm like leaning green, not married, but leaning to it. Citizen's Arrest, it's another removal spell, but just a completely different color. I don't really mess with that. The white seems like mildly open. This card seems okay. Like, it seems really expensive, honestly. Like, I'm really curious how Enlist is going to play out. 4 mana 2/2 is like clearly not good. And like, it's like, oh, well, you can power pump it, but like, then you're spending, like, you're using like another one of your cards to do it. Like, with synergies, maybe it's okay. I don't know. I'm impressed. Um, yeah. We'll just take Shadow Prophecy. We'll just cut the black card. Well, no black here. That's not a good sign, but it's okay. Alfheim Worm could be it. I don't have any cheap creatures, but like whatever. I don't think that this card's good. And sorry if I'm like breezing through these really fast. There's a lot of text on these cards, and like I said, I'm not that familiar with the format, and so like I have to kind of like really like get the gist of some of these cards. Pixie Illusionist, I could see this card being a thing, but I think I'm just going to take the Elfheim Worm. Or do I want a land here? Maybe a land is more important than just some like, because especially because I'm like doing domain. Which one do I want? Which one's actually better? I'm only touching on green. I think I'm going to take the Islet. Do I have like a good reason for that over the red-green one? No, but it's what I did. Maybe I should have done that actually, because I'm seeing like a decent amount of red, but all the red cards I'm seeing are like not actually something I'd want to like lean into really. Common damage to a player, draw a card. It's the limit to get plus. So Curiosity could be kind of interesting. I have no cheap creatures, so maybe this card's bad. It goes good with this thing like Haunted Figment here, though. I mean, it becomes unblockable. We got Aggressive Sabotage, Battlefly Swarm. Actually, we take Battlefly Swarm. Cheap creature, which I really, really need. And then also it like can trade off with bigger creatures. I think that's solid. Crystal Grotto, Meteorite, Goblin Picker. No. None of this is great. Maybe I'll take another Islet here. Again, I don't really have any blue cards, but like, 3 mana Defender Looter. I mean, I got a bunch of spells. Maybe this is a card. Maybe I should be leaning more into like the blue-black like spell style. But if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to take the Islet anyways. So, yeah, maybe I think I'm maybe kind of like a blue-black control deck, like splashing some green spells. Maybe I don't even have to, but it's like what I'm kind of leaning towards. I do need creatures for bite down, but 4 mana 2/2 flyer with a shade. Oh man, I don't know. This trick, it doesn't power pump or anything. I'm gonna take the. Boy, I'm gonna take the Figment. Now that could have been Essence Scatter there, but I have so much removal that I think I just want like a cheap spell that I can play proactively. I think that just kind of fits what I got going on better. So if I have 3 different land types, what, this is a 5 mana 4/6, pretty unspecial. Impulse. I don't really like spells like this. And we'll take this, yeah. Wait, no, I'm gonna take the Librarian. I like this because it's like kind of a mid-range creature. It has like some scry setup. Not special by any means, but we'll take the Negate. Better than the second Librarian, right? I mean, this card is like kind of weak. A 3 mana 3/2 is not great. And is Negate going to be a main deck card though? No, I'll take the Librarian just in case. I don't know if Negate's going to be main deckable, but maybe it is. I mean, look at all the spells I got. It's possible that I splash one. I don't really see myself splashing this card, but It's possible that I'm like blue, black, splash, a different color too. And there were a decent number of white cards going around. We'll try it. We'll see. Goblin Picker. A Yavimaya Coast. Alright, you go on the board. So what do I want here? Alright, board took Bone Rattle. Caster graveyard. Okay, so the problem with this card is, I mean, it's decent, but it's a 6-mana spell, which is already kind of a problem. And then I don't have a lot of cheap creatures, so I'm gonna have to like really get the domain up, but it might be good enough. Blade Pile is a really good early cheap defender. Maybe this is what I want actually, because maybe this will come around. Though people are going to be more likely to splash, so that's actually kind of ambitious. Typically, multicolor cards you could maybe like count on them wheeling a little bit, but it's just I don't know. Urborg Repossession. Maybe they'll wheel this card. This card actually could be decent in black green. Raised Deads are fine, and then the fact that it's like more than that is kind of nice. So do I want the cheap Blight Pile, or do I want to like go for the big expensive Portrait Bone Rattle? I'll go for Bone Rattle here just because I haven't tried this card yet. I mean, like I haven't tried any of these cards, but like this is more of a like a card that I'm going to get less of an opportunity to try. If I had a bunch of elves, I would be interested in this, but I don't think I want to like lean into this at this point. All these white cards are fine, not special, and they just destroy evil. This is like a good green aggro card. I am not an aggro deck. Maybe I just take Bog Badger, 3-mana 3/3, but also like because I'm playing green black, it like gives me a good it gives me like a cool Alpha Strike ability. Or no, I'm gonna take this other Extinguish the Light. Yeah, just another solid removal spell. I think so. I need some card advantage. I need some more like control elements. I need some card advantage type stuff because I really just have like a bunch of defensive spells. Territorial Morrow, twice the number of basic land types. So if I mean again I have 3, it becomes a 5-mana 6/6. Again, just like big, but like not like special, right? Right. This card seems, I don't know. 3-mana 1/1 Death Touch is like not very good, and you can use it for mana, but then it's like you can't really use both sides of it very well. It's like a two-sided card that like you can't really use both sides. I think that this card is going to be too small to be good. Is my guess that the 0/2 defender is just kind of meaningless, and this card just like kind of stupidly cycles. I'm gonna take Shadow Prophecy again because again I think I just need more card advantage spells. I'll take that. What are you? 2/4 flyer, and then essentially you stack your draw step. Okay. No, it's not Pilfer. These kind of effects just really aren't that great limited. They can be, but it's not really. I don't want to lean into that. I don't need a pump spell. Don't need shore up. I could take the Urborg Repossession here. This could be a thing. But do I want to take this Nail Evizoa Aeronaut instead? I think I do. I think I do because I think just like having a good flying defender would be good. Like I don't really have a lot of creatures or like a lot of spells to like do anything with this. Like it's going to be very easy to miss with Urborg Repossession in the current deck setup that I have. So I don't really want to take it over like this card and I also want to try this. Urtai's Scorn, maybe. Impulse. No, I don't really care about that. And again, I don't really care. Toxic Abomination. I already got a couple like lose life spells. Snare Spinner. Well, this is a better defensive body. I don't like Toxic Abomination, I think, because there's a bunch of 2-drops in the set. There's like a lot of cheap 2-power cards, and so this is just going to trade down and lose me life. I'm going to take Snare Spinner. Not very exciting, but... Alright. Radiant Grove, you have my Sojourner. Well, now maybe I take a big dude. Here's another Repossession. Academy Wall. Again, I just don't think that this is where I'm at. How many creatures do I have at this point? Can I see? 8. Go back. And I might have repossessions coming around. Also, other people aren't going to want them. Let's take Sojourner. I think I need some beef. I also should try to find some other lands. Splatter Goblin. Yeah, I think I want it more than the Worm. I think I just want some more cheap creatures to put on the board. Defend myself. Clearing Geyser. I don't think this card's good. The other option is Shield Wall Sentinel. If I had the Defender theme going, this is kind of a thing. But a 4-mana 1/4 Defender or 1/3 Defender is so like, you're so playing off to do that. Yeah, so here's the Urborg repossession if I want it. I think it's better than, I don't want Hexbane Tortoise. I don't think that this card's good at all. Um, just the 3-2, even with the enlist, it's just going to get blocked by 2-drop, meaningless. Maybe I want Salvage Mana Worker. Then we take Salvage Mana Worker because this will allow me even more freedom to take all kinds of different spells while also being a cheap creature. And then, yeah, see, I even got the repossession here now. So now I think I'm going to take repossession. I could take the Alfheim Worm. A 5-mana 5/4 Vigilance Trample is a good creature, and I wonder if I'm just like passing this too hard, but like you just don't need that many 5-mana creatures. Then again, these repossessions have been flying around the table. I'm going to take it though. So Clockwork Drawbridge, install for time can go. Another Battlefly Swarm? Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Dragon Whelp's the best card in the pack. Battlefly Swarm's fine. I don't think I'm ever going to get to double red to do this thing. The card's pretty good though. Unfurl the Pit. All right, I'll take the Floriferous Vine Wall. I'm not excited about it. Well, now I kind of regret. See, these repossessions are just cruising around. Between these two, I will take Negate. Okay, I made an error, team. This card, it was kicked, gets +1/+1 haste and Thunder turn. So I think I'm just gonna take this as a 3-mana 3/2 trample, and then if I have the red mana, which I could possibly, depending on how this goes, I think that'd be good. It's gonna be better than Soul Tender. Ooh, wait, do I want Rona? Not really. It's okay. Like the graveyard ability is like fine. I guess if I like stack lands later in the game, I can like get it back. But like discarding 2 cards and to get this 3/4 back, and then I have to cast spells to like make them lose one. It just seems really unspecial. I'm gonna take the 2-drop. I don't think it's Rona's Vortex either. I think this card's fine, but like it's kind of got in a weird spot where it's like, it's the kind of a bounce spell on a control deck, even though it turns into a removal spell. Like that's not great. All right, now we're talking. I don't think any Bone Splinters. Like I have enough removal that doesn't like make me sacrifice my other creatures. There's Writhing Necromass. This card is good, but I got like kind of like the big creature thing sort of on lockdown, and I think I'd rather have Baloth. It's a 5/5 Death Touch, but I can like consistently cast it on 5 more. And then this has an enlist and it has evasion. I actually don't know what's better. I don't think it's Mossbeard Ancient. It's so expensive. I mean, the card's good, but I mean, maybe. I think I'd rather take the Linebreaker Baloth. I don't think it's Sojourner. I don't think it's that. I don't know if that was right or not. That was this was kind of a tricky pick. Weatherseed Treaty. Basic land card from the middle of the tap. Yeah, I think I want this. Ramp card that also fixes and then like it gives me some board presence. Walking Bulwark. Defender gains haste. Nope, I'm just not doing the defender thing. Bunch of red cards. Sea Scavenger. I don't care about this. Soul Tender. I don't care about it. We'll take Weatherseed Treaty. We'll try it out. Another Garna. Keldon Flame Sage. I don't care about any of this. Is this card good? I don't think so. I don't think I want to splash it at least. Maybe here it's Soul Tender. Really slow. Really slow. I think it's gonna be better than Meteorite. I don't think it's any of these. I don't think it's Joint Exploration because if I was like green blue or so, if I was like more blue base, I maybe would cast this, but I just don't see splashing that in a way really to be where I want to be. Dillion Hexcatcher. No, it's the Merfolk thing. Combat Research. I'm drying up a little bit. I don't think it's Haunting Figment or Impulse. Is it Scout the Wilderness? Could be. I'm gonna take it just in case. I might pick up like a white land. Scout the Wilderness again. Monstrous War Leech. Just kicked mill 4 cards. Highest mana value among cards in your graveyard. Well, I do have like some high mana value cards. I think this is a reasonable creature. Maybe it turns out to be bad because if I don't have anything, like it's kind of bad. But we'll try it. We'll try it. Do I want the Molten Tributary? I don't think so. I don't think so. Basically nothing for me. I could take the Apparition. I don't think the card's good. I'm going to take the Ideal Beachfront because I do have the Scout the Wilderness if I want the white, and like maybe this will help me like hit my domain stuff. None of these cards are good. Did I just get completely cut out of all my colors? What happened here? None of this is good. Telluride Blast, I guess? Lots of blue. Blue kind of just off the cuff strikes me as the worst color. We'll take Rona's Vortex. I doubt I will play it. Well, I'll put it out later. Another Bone Splinters. I don't think I want that. Maybe this other Scout the Wilderness? Essence Scatter? Scout the Wilderness. Yeah, the Wood Ridgeline. Now this is a good pickup here. We will take the Joint Exploration. I think it's better than the Meteorite, right? Yeah. Because I'm not really splashing that hard. It's like more like I just need land types for domain. Yeah, you know, it's funny. It can be kind of tough to rate colors, just like just looking at the spoiler. But now, like looking at the packs, just like all the cards that came before me from the packs, I was seeing a lot of blue cards, and I was like thoroughly unenthused by all of them. So I'm wondering if blue is just not going to be that amazing. We'll see. All right, what do we got? Now you get out of here. You tell me how many basics I want. So I got 32 cards here. No, we'll do it like this. I feel like this deck is like a 6, but we'll see how it goes. Out of 10, I should say. 6 out of 6 would be pretty good. All right, so we'll start with the Battlefly Swarms, the Cut Down, one of the repossessions at least. Let's see, Goblin, Miasma, Soul Tender, both the Shadow Prophecies. I think card draw is going to be important. The Extinguish the Lights, the Bleach, the Bite Down. We'll see about you, Floriferous Vine Wall. Snare Spinner, though. Iconoclast. I don't really care to get the red in for this. I mean, it'd be fine, but it's mostly for domain reasons. We'll start with one Scout the Wilderness. I don't know. So I don't really like ramp cards that much, and especially like a 3-mana, like it's like a slow rampant growth, but then it has the potential of making the soldier tokens. However, so like that's not bad. But as much as I like just like ramp type spells, oh, and it's also only basic land cards, so it can't actually even find my like islets and stuff. Probably won't play it then, because I don't want to put like a basic plains or a basic mountain in my deck, right? Like I don't think that that's very good. Maybe. I do have Weatherseed Treaty. Play Sojourner. Board took. The Nile. One of the librarians. Play the Mana Worker. Okay. So I got 21 cards in my deck like this. How many creatures do I have? 12. So I don't want to play more than one board repossession. I think having like, even if I were to play like a repossession and one more creature, 13 creatures is kind of low to be playing 2 Raised Deads, especially because it's like another target permanent, but I only have creatures, right? Besides like Weatherseed Treaty. So to even get like the card draw out of this, I think 1 copy is appropriate. I'll put it that way. Oh, I didn't play the Bailoff. I don't want that. I kind of regret this pick. I think there were maybe other better options. It's just kind of a dude. But we'll see. I don't know how relevant the evasion is going to be. So one more card, and then I can add some lands. What do I think? Well, let's sort this out a little bit. I'm going to leave this here because I like to separate these out between like proactive and reactive spells rather than like creatures or spells. I think that's a little more useful. All right. So how do I win? I think so I have to lock down the board, kill important creatures, gain a little bit of card advantage, and then play big stuff. little card advantage. Because I don't really have like any evasion. I mean, I got the Battlefly Swarms, I got the Nail, but like these are, it gets hard to like imagine this being like an actual like, oh, I'm gonna kill my opponent with these flyers. Yeah, I don't really like this deck. We'll see how it goes though. So what's the final option? I'm tending to play Vine Wall because just like hitting my land drops is so important. What cards do I have that care about Domain? It's really Bortuk. Oh, and you know what? You actually don't even need. I'm glad I picked this because I kind of misread it. You don't even need to have the domain. It just like allows you to like zombify it rather than just raise dead it. This card's going to be good regardless. So I like that. I like that. No, I'm not a tempo deck. It could be Rona's Vortex, but this is like, again, just kind of an expensive removal spell. Not expensive. I think it's fine. And it could be a bounce when that's relevant. Maybe it's Rona's Vortex. I kind of want to just play Vine Wall. Make sure I have like some expensive spells. I just want to like hit like all my land drops. Not only do I have expensive spells, but like my average converted mana cost is kind of high. I mean, I got like multiple 4-mana removal spells I'm leaning on. Yeah, we'll play Vine Wall. Ah, boy, but it's just like a 0/2 so small. Like everything attacks through it. Everything attacks through that. I think I still like it though. I still like it. Okay, so there's that. I think I will play the Wooded Ridgeline and the Tangled Islets. And then, all right, let's color sort. Okay, sort by color easier. They kind of changed the layout from what I can tell. So I just sort by color, please. That's fine. There's probably a command that I'm missing, but I'm just gonna do it the hard way. Or wait, where can I see it? Okay, 13. So definitely leaning black. And I have 3 green lands already, right? I'm making this so hard. So maybe if I have 3 already, I could play what, 5 forests and 9 swamps, and then I have like kind of a 9/8. Seems good to me. How do I add lands? Forget how to play this game, guys. Here we go. What lands do I want? What are the nice swamps? Don't I have full art ones? Am I mistaken? No? Okay. I like these. And then 5 forests. Wow, these are cool. Yeah, it's a deck. It's a deck. Like I said, I'm like 50-50 on this. Oh, do I want to play this Mana Worker, actually? I don't think I need to. Sorry, I just noticed that, like, I thought I was going to have, like, more splashing going on, but now, like, looking at my actual spells, I really don't need this Salvage Mana Worker to, like, fix anything. There was a time where I thought that maybe I would be, a little bit more multicolor than I am. I bet you this could be a better card. But can it? Can it actually? Right, and so do I want to play 1 island? So my only blue card actually is Aeronaut. I'm going to play it. It's one of my better spells. But now I only have 2 blue sources, and I can't actually find one with Weatherseed Treaty. Right. What do I think of that? Maybe I do play the Mana Worker. I think I do. because that will give me like a little bit here, and then it's just a defensive creature. All right, that's the deck. Like I said, I'm not so keen on this. We'll see how it does. All right, see you for round one. Okay, round one. Here we go. Let's see how we do against a Leonol. Is this an acceptable hand? Well, if I already got this interaction going, I actually think that this hand's really bad, but opponent goes first. This seems like a mulligan, but I kind of want to risk it. Man. Nah, it's probably bad, right? Like, there's such a high chance that I don't get the blue for nail. I don't need this to, like, ramp into anything. I should have maybe played another land type, because I do have some domain cards that, like, this being able to find another one, but it makes my mana so much worse. And I have no removal for the bite down. I mean, yeah, that would have been greedy. Here I can keep this. I think I can get rid of one of the Shadow Prophecies. Yeah. Probably don't need both. So I got some early defensive plays, and then I got one of my later game cards. So I think this is fine. Oh, interesting. They have like the domain like right on there. That's so handy. That's cool. A bite down. Yeah. Start spinning my stairs. Cards like this I like. All right. Nice defensive body. Oh, I can't stop Hexbane Tortoise with it, but that's fine. Replace land types you control. Put 2 in your hand. Press your graveyard. This stuff. Okay. So yeah. I mean, I'll just jam this. See no reason to do anything else. I'll just trade it off. Like this is a good interaction for me. This card looks really bad. Okay, I mean, I've lost some decent stuff, but that's fine. Especially because I got Vortic in my hand, so. He can't attack. I can't really do anything about this guy. I think I'm just going to jam Shadow Prophecy, draw some cards, hit my land drop. Is that too... Because they're going to get an attack here, right? I could double block on the Coalition Warbrute if they enlist, which they probably will, because otherwise they're attacking for 6. I mean, that's pretty sizable, right? So maybe it's like 2... Maybe I want to play Splatter Goblin instead, and I'll double block, like, with these two. I think I just want to cast the Shadow Prophecy. Yeah, we'll go like this. I hit my land drop. Kind of slow, but I think I'm comfortable. Now they might have pump spells. I honestly don't know if I want to double block if they try to like enlist with the Warbrute because they just didn't attack. They didn't attack. Well, choking miasma doesn't really do anything on this board, so it's probably not that. So I can wait on that. They gotta have some sort of like instant spell or something like that, right? Like I can't imagine why they wouldn't attack there. Do I think I cast Splatter Goblin and leave Bite Down up because what I don't want to do is like wait, cast Extinguish the Light on something that like not use my mana and then feel like I have to use my Extinguish the Light when I can cast the Splatter Goblin and then keep the mana up for Bite Down. Is that silly though? I think it is silly. I think I'm gonna wait. Actually, oh boy, no, I'm just gonna jam it. Yeah, we'll do it. Kind of tough call there. I really don't like waiting and just like using my mana like reactively with a removal spell, being like, oh maybe. This ought to be good. Becomes tapped. Another target creature where X is the number of basic land types. Resolve. Okay. Wait. How do I stop? Nope, not pass to attackers. Right, I'm gonna bite down. I'm at peace with that. Wargoyf. Okay. Creature cards in graveyard. Power equal number of creature cards in graveyard. Okay. So I only have 2 basic land types, right? So this costs 6. Getting there. Again, this doesn't really do anything. I can't kill the Warbrute. It would just like wipe my board. Maybe I just wait and extinguish the light. I think it's fine. Like I'm starting to run away. They have no spells. I have like a card draw spell like in play, kind of, if that makes sense. I have good removal. I can wipe their board if they try to go wide on me. Okay. A Battlefly Swarm. Yeah. I mean, you know, not very exciting, but I feel like I'm in good shape. You know, we'll see if my opponent slams something disgusting here. They got a bunch of mana. But if I draw one more land, honestly, I'm going to start running away with the game. So 2+1/+1 counters on it. Okay. So it's actually, this is a pretty good spell. A 3/3 haste. It's decent. Mountain. Well, we'd love to see it. Yeah, what do you got? Do I just jam extinguish the light? I don't think so. Well, now I kind of wish I had. That's okay. You got something for me? They're stopped for some reason. Okay. Now on this turn, I am going to cast Extinguish the Light on something. Probably on Coalition Warbrute because it's like sort of the scariest thing. Like this can get up to a 5/0, but they got to pay mana to do it. Well, they can make it gigantic though. Does it have trample? No? Okay. You do. So you could like get gigantic. Yeah, but I gain 3 life if I killed the Branch Rider instead, but I'm more scared of the Warbrute to a degree. Yeah, we'll just do this. The reason I'm doing this is because I have another removal spell in my hand. 2, Choking Miasma now wipes his board. 3, I want to spend my mana because the second I draw a land, I'm going to have like additional spells to cast, and I'm not going to like have mana to do other stuff. Yeah, we'll go like this. Oh no, I can actually cast the Sojourner, so that's good. So I will attack. They don't got reach, right? No. I have dealt a point of damage. Okay, nice. And then the nice thing about the fat toughness on this is Extinguish the Light's going to ruin their double block when they try to go for it. Just to be clear, by the way, I was talking about Choking Miasma wiping your board. It's because of Splatter Goblin to kill the Branch Rider, but though I forgot about Lorgoyf getting bigger. What am I going to want to get back? Nail, maybe? Behemoth? I don't really know. Yeah? Yeah, I would just block that. So what do I do? I have 7 mana. Right, so I'm going to attack with both of these. We'll see what happens. Actually, no, I wanted to Battlefly Swarm back, didn't I? That's okay. Yeah, if they want to pump this guy up and trade, that I'm just not gonna worry about that. Now the question is, so I'm going to cast Bartok. Do I want the Sojourner back or do I want Nail back? Nail gives me kind of a win con because it can start attacking the air, and it's also going to let me start sorting the top of my deck, which is kind of nice. Sojourner is a big fatty. I just don't know. Or it could be Baloth, who's also very big. Baloth's probably better because of the different abilities. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take Baloth, maybe. Yeah. Actually, I think that was bad. They have big creatures. I think that was a misplay. Hmm. Yeah, I think that was incorrect, but that's okay. So I think I just attack with Bartok, see what happens. Yeah, yeah, maybe with this guy too. No, because I got some mana. Yeah, we'll go like this. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Now the question is, do I think I'm going to want to extinguish the light on Largoy because it's going to start getting out of hand here. I don't think I've been doing that well in the combat stuff here. I think I've been making bad choices, but that's okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Bottom it is. Attack. Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So what do I do? I think I just cast Repossession. I'll take Bartok, and then this time I think I will take Nail. And then I'll cast a Nail. No attacks. And then I'm getting to the point where I'm about to kill the Largoyf so I can start truly attacking. Oh, here we go. Because then I can attack with boom, boom, like all of these basically. Now, but maybe I don't want to do that because I'm kind of afraid of what they got in their hand, and there's just kind of no reason to a degree. So we'll go like this. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, there's no reason to attack with the Swarm. Put up to one of them on top of your library and the rest in the bottom of the random order. Okay, submit 0. I don't want any of that. Yeah, then I'll cast Bartok. And here I will get... Well, now I think it's the Baloth. I still think Baloth is better than the Sojourner by a little bit. Well, actually, no, because this card's way cheaper. We'll do this. Playing really slow and careful here. Maybe a little too much, but no. Okay. Well, see, that's a problem. I'm going to kill it, though. It's a problem I'm going to kill. Oh, another Battlefly Swarm. Okay. That's actually pretty good. This card's way better than I thought, by the way. I thought I would like get to stack, and I'll take this. I thought that they would like I would get to stack, but like the rest wouldn't go on the bottom, and so I was like, oh well, I'll just get to like keep filtering one card to the top, I guess. But no, the fact that it bottoms all of them, this card's great. What are you? Tax the top of your library. That's like for the battlefield. Tapping. Nope. Okay. All right. Hang on. I want to read this card though, just so I understand what I was facing. Let me view the battlefield, please. Okay. Tax the top card of your library. If it's land card, you put the battlefield. Okay. He's all right. He's all right. Okay. So yeah, I don't think I navigated that like perfectly. I think my combat stop was a little funny. I think I made some suboptimal choices, but it wasn't bad. And actually, the deck functioned a little bit better than I anticipated overall. So pretty satisfied. I'll see you for round two. All right, round two, we're up against Dr. Mad Skills. Is this a hand? No, it's not, because I need to draw a forest, one of my forests, to even like cast these Shadow Prophecies and have them be anything. And I have no creatures for the bite down. I'll start with 2 mulligans. Not amazing, but we'll be all right. What do I ditch here? This is actually a really tough call. It might just be the Battlefly Swarm, weirdly enough. I mean, do I want to get rid of my 1/1 drop? The thing is, I have so many black spells that, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to cast this and then, like, reliably, like, keep the Death Touch up. And I want the Shadow Prophecy to undo my mulligan. And I want, this is, like, my best card. My best removal spell. Yeah, this seems weird, getting rid of my, like, 1 proactive spell I can play, but I just don't think that it's that important compared to the other tools I have in my hand. Am I wrong about that? I think the only thing I could like reasonably keep it over would be the Extinguish the Light, but I think that this just keeps me safer. Playing very conservatively, and then that's what I did the last match too. Is I think if I play conservatively enough, I'm in good shape. Let me just make sure I'm recording. I get nervous that I'm gonna like screw this up and not record. Yeah, won't show them the black. Keep them scared. Yeah, all right. Start with Wily Seed Treaty. Yeah, just right. This, if I'm understanding the interface here correctly. Yes. Okay. Got a swamp, obviously, so I can cast my Extinguish the Light and move on. Oh, a Flowstone Kabu. I actually kind of like this card. This card's decent. I'll just jam Bailoff though. They can only pump this once. It's good for me. A land, huh? We'll diversify here. I'm going to attack with both. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I'm actually going to cast, I typically attack first and then cast spells, but I just want to see what I'm looking at by casting the Shadow Prophecy beforehand. Yeah, I'll take, I don't need the land. I think I'll take the Snare Spinner and the Cut Down, and I can cast both. Okay. So, we attack. Cast Snare Spinner. I got a Cut Down waiting in the wings. And an Extinguish the Light, so I have good removal in my hand, and I got a better board, so I'm just really not scared of them. Do I cut down the Kavu right now? Do I cut down the Kavu right now? I think I do. Because otherwise this card like will actually start getting bigger and I can't actually block it with the Snare Spinner. Is that bad? I don't think so. And keep a forest in my hand. There's a couple discard effects. I don't need it in play. I'm just going to attack because the Snare Spinner blocks the Connoisseur. Kind of annoying I don't have any creatures in my yard for Vortuk. That's okay. Just leave my mana out first. Extinguish the Light. I would have really loved to like make a play that like adds to this board right here because I'm really pounding on my opponent and they got a bunch of cards in hand. Really would have loved to add to the board, but I don't think that playing Vortuk is just like a 4/4 is going to be where it's at. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. One more card advantage. Phyrexian Ranger is a good card. Hmm. I don't think I cast Extinguish the Light on this turn. If creatures start dying, it is going to be a problem. I just don't think I do, though. Yeah, alright. Attack with Baloth. And just attack, again, no reason to enlist. Well, I suppose I could have passed Battle, because I'm casting Battle Flies Storm, I could have. Yeah, that ain't gonna work, Chief. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, so I'll cast Battlefly Swarm. See, I'm tempted to cast Bartuk even still, because now it's because the enlist is so strong. Like, I can cast Bartuk, attack enlist on my next turn while extinguishing the light his blocker, and then if he doesn't have like the two toughness, like, or the two power, anything more than two power, then I just get through. But I just think that's needlessly aggressive. I think I'm winning the game anyways. Like, if I just like extinguish the light on his turn, whatever he casts, basically, I'm still in really good shape, right? Though I don't know. Maybe I should have cast Bartok, because I'm not winning this game by a card advantage. They have a million cards. Maybe I just wanted to like add to the board. Um, yeah, yeah, I can't do anything about that. It's fine. If they attack, I just let them attack. I mean, sure. Seems pretty straightforward to me. Here I'll play the forest, because I'm getting to the point where, like, if I draw land next turn, I can cast both of my spells. No attacks. I'm a little nervous though. My opponent has so many cards in hand. Even though like I look like I'm in a good position, and I am. I'm in a good position, but this is the kind of game where that can flip really fast. I'm also not familiar enough with the set that like I can say with confidence that like certain cards aren't going to destroy me. Reassuring that my opponent doesn't have a clear-cut option here, though. Less reassuring that they have options that they have to consider. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I think I just cast with Bartuk, or attack with Bartuk, and then they'll trade it with the Outrider. That's fine. And then cast Baloth. Right? Or do I want to keep Bartuk around? Oh, this has reach. It's pretty good. Do I want to keep Bartuk around for the enlist? Because then they like have a really hard time. Like they'd have to kill this thing because they can't block with like a lot of their creatures. 5, 1, 2. So do I trade this Bartuk actually? Actually, I don't think I do. I'm kind of curious if this is the right play or not, but I think that like putting the enlist on this is actually going to be quite good. What am I bottoming? Actually, I'm kind of glad to get rid of like pretty much all of this. No tags. Because yeah, now if they like have a bigger creature, they trade with like the outrider or something like that. Like I don't know, maybe they have like a bite down or something. That's what this looks like. I feel like I should have attacked. I'll cast this first. I just want to see. View battlefield. How big is that leech? It's big, right? 5/5? Yeah. And a Shadow Prophecy? I kind of want both of these. Do I want to draw the Shadow Prophecy first? 1, 2, 3, and then I'll get to look at 4 cards and put 4 in my hand, and then still cast my other stuff? Yeah. I mean, it actually get even bigger when I attack with Bartok. Yes. So opponent's in some amount of trouble, but like, let's see how good their follow-up spells here are. I'm going to be drawing 2 cards and casting a 6/6 next turn on top of having attacks, depending. Again, I feel okay, but this still feels like a losable game. I have good spells in my deck still, though. Oh, I know you. Okay. Okay. So we'll do the Shadow Prophecy first. I'll go Warleech and Nail, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Soul Tender goes in the graveyard. That's amazing. Right. So gives another creature +X/+X. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so I can cast Warleech, keep Swarm. And so I'm going to attack with the Librarian. They got to trade it with something, right? They have 1 enlist creature, but they can like attack with this enlist, but it just doesn't look like they have good attacks here. So I attack with the Librarian, and then I think I will cast Nail because it like kind of, well, actually no, I think, yeah, we'll attack with Librarian first. I think Warleech might be too big for them to deal with. So I think it's the better play. Like Nail could start attacking immediately, but having just a 6/6 on the field, like this basically just like threatens lethal on its own. So I don't need to kick it. I don't want to kick it because I don't think I have any more cards that like actually want to be in the graveyard. And I want to keep the black up. The Battlefly Swarm. So they have like, you know, they have like okay attacks. I mean, not even really. Like they can enlist, so they could turn this into like a, I forget, does enlist? And isn't enlist is just power, right? Yeah, I think so. Right, so they can make this like a 8/5 or something like that. It's okay. I'll just trade, 3 cards in hand. And then I'm going to be able to Soul Tender. Like, I now am in a position where I'm feeling a lot better because not only are they the ones under pressure, but I actually have a ton of grind in my hand at this point. And so, like, my concern for losing this game was that they had a bunch of cards in their hand, and that I was, like, applying pressure, running out of cards, and then they were going to land, like, a series of haymakers to, like, put me in a bad position. But they're running out of cards. Draw a card if it's attacking. Okay. All right. I'm, like, pretty not scared of that, actually. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My turn. Okay. What do I think of this? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So I can Soul Tender and cast Aeronaut. Yeah, so I attack with the Leech first. Let's see what they do. Yeah. What could fuck this up? I told myself I was going to watch my language. The YouTube hates the algorithm hates that. We'll go like this. I think it's most important that Garna dies. Yeah, that's fine. Draw a card. Wait, oh, if it was attacking. No. Alright. Play this. Play this. Okay. So end of turn, I'll Soul Tender. Whoa! Your attacks with a land card. Discard a land card, gain 3 life. Discard a. Draw a card. Indestructible until end of turn, tap it. So they can like discard. They can start discarding land cards. Okay. Do you have a land card in your graveyard? No. No. Oh, they do. Okay. Sorry. Very not scared of this. $14 cards in my deck. Attack him for 3 next turn. 2 cards in hand, so they can draw a card, they can gain some life, they can do the indestructible thing. Soul Tender, clearly get Bartuk. Alright, so first thing I think I'm going to do is attack. I'm just going to attack with both of these. I'm making like multiple plays this turn, so I'm like a lot less afraid of like just randomly dying. Man, I want like both of these here. I think I'm just going to take Extinguish Light though, it's so much safer. Now I'm going to get Leech because it goes right into play. It's only a 5/5 instead of a 6/6 because I took the Bartuk out, but it's fine. And they only get so many uses out of this, right? Like even if they so they get to cycle, that's fine. Like this card's good, but it's like I don't feel scared of it, you know. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. It's going to have to be pretty good. It's not that they can't get out of it, but I'm drawing a removal spell next turn. I have 2 lethal creatures, and even without that, like I have like 3 like other like I'm gonna like get in for 3 probably regardless, and that it's gonna be hard for me to lose this game at this point. There are return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Okay, what's gonna get it? I'm tapped out. Sure. Yeah. Okay, I think I just win. Yeah, we will extinguish the light. Good game. Cool. All right. All right. So 2-0. Like I said, I wasn't like that thrilled about the deck, but the plan is working at least. Locked on the board with cheap dumb stuff, and then have some like decent sizable grindy stuff. My deck has like a little bit better grind to it than I thought it would, and the removal's been working out pretty good. Like I'm actually relatively pleased. So cool, 2-0. See you for round 3. Okay, team, round 3. We are 2-0. And okay. Yeah. Well, let's see. Up against Ununki or something like that. Oh yeah, this looks like a hand. I like it. I like it. Let's go. Let's go. Against a white deck, our first white deck. Oh, I like their sleeves. Defenders. Okay. Or at least a defender. Luckily, all of my creatures attack through that. Black white. I like their bear too. Does this come from New Capenna? Some of this New Capenna stuff? I don't recognize it. We got a Samite Herbalist. Yeah. Well, we'll just lead with the Iconoclast. Now it can now trade. You know, the Herbalist can trade. That's fine. So far, I'm not really threatened by my opponent's plays. My goal, they have like a good defense. I do have some of my cheaper creatures, like my Iconoclast and the Soul Tender, and they are putting together an early defense. But this isn't like how my deck plans on winning, right? Mm-hmm. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, huh? Like my opponent's position here could be either really good or really bad. And what I mean by that is like they've really put together an early defense, but now they only have three creatures in their hand. Like they played three really low impact cards, and now they only have three more cards in their hand. But if they have good follow ups, that's actually really good for me. Um, they put one on top. No, I actually don't know if I block here. I'm tempted to block because this is going to start like gaining them life and scrying, and so like I kind of want to like what I don't want to do is like attack with Iconoclast. They'll trade with the Swarm, and then they'll keep getting attacks with this. But I kind of want to make them trade with the Swarm because I'm going to have bigger stuff that like if they trade here, like I'm actually at peace with that because this is like a decent trade for me. Like they're going to spend their mana on it, and then I can start doing things like casting War Leech and like or like Sojourner and yeah, no flex. Like in like casting Sojourner and like this Battlefly Swarm isn't going to be able to trade up with something more powerful, which is actually my game plan for winning is like pounding with like strong ground creatures. So I don't really see a reason to do that. So I tap with that Iconoclast first of all. And then the question is, do I play Soul Tender or Weatherseed Treaty? We'll see how they block. If they block with Battlefly Swarm, if they trade with Swarm here, which looks like they're thinking about it, I hope you do. And then I'm going to cast Weatherseed Treaty because it's going to let me get Sojourner out faster, and my Sojourner is going to be able to. I'm going to be able to leverage that better. Please do it. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with this. And again, they're going to get a little value out of like attacking with Herbalist. They'll like gain a life. They'll get a scry, but that's not like I don't think that like them gaining a life is like going to ruin my route to victory. I have two forests. Yeah, so also okay. So I'd rather get this going. I think that's fine. And then if Sojourner dies, like War Leech is going to be an excellent follow up. Uh huh. It's a good card. It's a good card. My opponent's position isn't bad. I just think that I think I like where I'm at. We're gaining some life. Herbalist is a decent 2-drop. I like it. Right. Yeah, so I think I just jam Sojourner. Call it a day. They got their second white source. This is among cards in your graveyard, so it's not even creatures, even though I only have the Iconoclast. I think I am more likely to cast Soul Tender and Battlefly Swarm rather than Leech. Because I don't really want to cast Leech as just a 2/2. It seems kind of weak. Though there is merit to casting Leech, and then if Sojourner dies, it immediately becomes an 8/8. But I also don't want them to like know that Sojourner is going to turn my Leech into an 8/8. Like I don't really know. Yeah. So this will definitely go here. You can get what? +1/+1. Opponents can't gain life. Okay. Well, I'm actually under a little bit of pressure then. Well, first thing we do is attack. They're probably going to tap something. They didn't. So they got a spell. They're going to pump something. Like, Night of Dusk's Shadow puts me on a little bit of clock. We'll see what happens here, though. Yeah, you got it, dog. Don't know what to make of that. Are you going to double block this Saproling? I'll lose my mind. I can't believe it. What is happening here? What would make this okay? I don't know what to think of that. Is there a single black? No, because the only black trick I could think of is the 2-mana indestructible death touch one. I mean, yeah, I mean clearly they don't have anything. Okay. Well, now I will cast Leech and Battlefly Swarm. I just think it applies a little bit more pressure, uses my mana better. I don't really want to mill with the Leech. I could. I just think it's better to just use my spells. Especially because I have like my biggest creature that mana-wise on the board anyways. Also, I'll be able to cast Soul Tender next turn, and so if I do hit something bigger, then it'll be like a nice surprise. Like that, then Leech will be able to attack with the boosted size of the or whatever Soul Tender gives it. I don't know what my opponent was doing there. That was very strange. Oh, well, Battlefly Swarm might be getting it. Oh, boy. I just, I tend not to say this very, like, my opponent is not exactly making high-level plays, is maybe the kind way I can phrase that. Yeah, we'll start with Soul Tender. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. This was stupid. This is me not making high-level plays, because now I then give them something to give with the Splatter Goblin. I was thinking, I'll make the Leech bigger, which I will. Possibly. Nope, did not. So now they could trade Splatter Goblin with the Leech. That's just going to have to be okay. Maybe a bad play. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Okay. Gang. It's fine. Buddy. Do I just jam this Battlefly Swarm? I think so. There's merit to saving it, I guess. I don't know what... is there a white Wrath? I think there is. I should look that up. I know there's a black one. I'm choking my asthmas there. I know there's a red one. The 5 damage one. I don't know if there's a white one, though. There's Temporal Isolation, or Temporal Lockdown? Temporary Lockdown. The Exile convert mana cost 2 or less spell. That'd be very bad for them, though. Okay. Uh-oh. I mean, they can tap that now, but... Yeah. There's no effects that punish you for taking combat damage. There's no, like, ninjutsu or anything in this, right? It was a good draw. It was a good draw. Not that I need it. I mean, my position's pretty good here. Okay. It's kind of actually it's kind of annoying because now it like blocks my Soul Tender decently, but it's fine. It's annoying that he temporarily stopped my 8/8, I guess. Tapped, activated only if a non-skeleton creature died on your control turn. Okay. All right. Somebody working out the kinks there. That's fine. We all started somewhere. We all got to learn. All right, round 4. Okay, round 4. 3-0. Let's see what we got. Up against Kazarooks. And I got a good hand. Yeah, I'll take it. I think it's a good hand. You know, we'll see if Urberg Repossession. I don't really want to buy any of these back in the early game. Leech has impressed me so far, I gotta say. I've been pretty satisfied with this. Also, is that a Homerid on the back? Okay, that's kind of sweet. A crab mount. That's pretty cool. Has taken 1 mulligan. Well, I will not. One has taken 1 mulligan and they're on the play. Not a bad spot. What the? Hi. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just jam swamp. Probably leave it the Splatter Goblin. Could play the Vine Wall. Maybe I'll play the Vine Wall because if I hit one of my tap lands, and then I could like play the tap land and a 2-drop. Maybe that's better. A Root Walla. Maybe I just play the Goblin. I mean, they can attack. They can attack with this. I don't really care though. Yeah, let's get the Vine Wall going. I'll let him get 1 attack in. And then I have 2 swamps, so let's get my second forest. This card's... I'm unimpressed. Maybe I should cut this card. Opponent's got 4 domain. Yeah, no blocks. That's pretty wild. A Sprouting Goblin. The kicker. Oh, and they get to put a land in their hand? Really nice Borderland Ranger impression. Really cool. And they got Geothermal Block. Hang on, wait. A land card with a basic land type. Okay. So they got the max domain. That's cute. What do I do? I think I cast Splatter Goblin? It's not Salvaged Mana Worker. I'll play the... Is this an... No, it's a sorcery. That's alright. Well, so I'll play the Forest. Yeah, I'll just jam Splatter Goblin. That's fine. This card's going to turn into a problem. I'll be able to kill it though. I'm not too scared. Like it's so mana intensive for them. Like eventually it's going to be a big problem, but right now I'm not too scared of it. Yeah. Sure. Easy block here. If you want to spend the mana on that, I welcome it. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Kind of annoying that now I have the bite down to kill that with, and I kind of can't. That's alright though. Yeah, I think I just get Leech going. It's a little small, but because they took a turn off, like they just have this 2/2 now, I'm like not that worried about it. And now my bite down will be able to kill it. Depending on what they do here. Like, they got a bunch of damage in there, but like spending their entire turn to do that is just not amazing. Mm-hmm. So I'm tempted to let him do it again. They'll hit me for 7. I'll go to 5. I think that's too much. I want to make them do it so that, because if they do that, they don't get to make another play. And so I go to 5, but then I have like follow-ups, you know? I think it's too scary though. I just don't think that's the thing to do. It's so risky. Yeah, okay. What do I do here? So I really want to cast the bite down this turn. I really want to cast bite down. Because I don't want to give them any more opportunities to do the Root Walla thing. However, I think part of me also wants to cast Shadow Prophecy. uh, because I need to like I want to like hit my land drops, and I'm gonna need time to cast this. I could go Mana Worker Bite down too, but that just seems bad. The risk is if I don't hit a land here. But let's. I think we're gonna go for it. Hang on. Whoa. This could end up bad. Yeah. No attacks. I might die. Um. So choking Miasma will kill the Ruwala. So if I block Kavu, they could put the 1 mana into Kavu. I think because I'm taking 4 either way, yeah. I think if I block here... Wait. Oh, he has Menace. Oh, that's worse. And I have to block, right? Yeah. Yeah, that worked out very poorly. If I would have hit a land there, I think I could win this game, but now I'm in a lot of trouble. Really needed some land. What if I cast Choking Miasma and then Urborg Repossession to gain 2 to get the Leech back? I could also Extinguish the Light on Rootwalla and gain myself 3 because I have my other Extinguish the Light. Maybe that's better. No, I think it's Choking Miasma. Oh, but I can't Choking Miasma and Repossession on the same turn. I actually don't know. I think I'm going to cast Choking Miasma. No. Well, shit. I'll use a timeout, it's fine. It's tough because I don't actually need to get more out of Choking Miasma, do I? Right? Like, it doesn't matter. I have so many cards, it doesn't actually matter if Choking Miasma is good. So I think I'll just do this. Maybe that was bad, though, because I just can't afford to take another hit from the Rootwalla, you know? Boy. I feel like this is a very winnable game that is just tipping out of reach. So how do I win? How do I win? I don't really see a route to victory, I'll be honest. I really feel like I could have won this game. I mean, I'm not dead yet, but it certainly seems like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even my asthma won't save me now, because the Kabu's Menace. Menace on this is really good. Mm-hmm. Wow, they gave him haste? Dang. Alright. Okay, well, that was round 4. Boy, it was so tight. It was so tight. I really think I could have got there. Maybe Shadow Prophecy was a bad choice, but it didn't seem like any of the other options were actually any good. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'll have to go back and review this one. I think maybe I can't remember if I had Choking Miasma in my hand at the point that I did this, but yeah, Shadow Prophecy missing on a land was like the worst thing that could have happened to me there. And it was a risk, right? Like there's no guarantee you're going to hit land even when you draw 2. Would have been nice though. I think I could have turned this game around. That's all right. So it goes. All right, on to the next one. Okay, round 5, we are 3-1. 3-1. Let's see. We're up against a Rith 87. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I'll keep this hand because I'm on the draw. I got my best card in my hand. I got a card draw spell. I got an early removal spell. If I do get a green, I got early defenders. Man, that was my opponent was on the mulligan last time too. I really think I could have won that game. I gotta get it out of my head. That doesn't matter. I think that was a double mulligan I saw from my opponent. It was. Okay. All right, good start. I mean, I'm going to need to draw some lands here, but yeah. Do I just cut that down? I think so. Well, nah. Well, that's not good. Really could use some mana here. And it even has to be like a different color than black because otherwise Shadow Prophecy doesn't work, so. Okay. Well, alright, come on. I think I'm going to cut that down. I just don't want to take any more damage. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Game on. Here, so... Oh, he has Menace. Yeah, I'll cast the Snare Spinner then. Could still be in trouble. Well, alright. I accept. Oh, now I wish I had the cut down. I get a land. Shadow Prophecy it is, I guess? Boy. Great. Yes. Okay. No reason to cast the Forest, to just jam this. I could attack for 1, but there's a couple of haste creatures, but I don't need to do that. I think I'm okay now. This is the kind of game where it's like, yeah, my opponent, I clearly have a bunch of cards in hand, but like my opponent does have a board that threatens, you know, so I can't be too cavalier about it. For example, you make a 1/1. Do I extinguish the light on Ruick Mons? I think I do. I'm still kind of in danger until I get Bartok down, maybe. Alternatively, I could go like Librarian. Oh, no. This is better, actually. Well, depending on what the card in their hand is. It's better to go Librarian Bite down, but if they have something that's really bad, I think I'm going to risk it. No, and then do I want the Leash? I don't think I do. I think I just want to land. Yes. All right, we'll do this now. Attacks. Okay, and now I got double block set up. I don't care if I trade all this off. Just got to keep my life total high. What'd you discard? A Phoenix Chick. Is a Snare Spinner, okay. 1/1. Attack with 3 more creatures. Okay. Well, yeah. All right, feeling much better about my position. It got scary there for a second. Because, I mean, that's how, like, when you're on a double mulligan, that's how you win, is you apply enough pressure that your opponent can't cast, like, their good cards or anything, you know? But I've gotten out of that, it seems. So I think I just jam Nail here. Yeah, right. Because I could do Urberg Repossession. No reason to do that now, though. I got like better stuff that I can do with that. I could cast Choking Miasma actually and put the counter on this. Kind of better than Nail. Now we'll just jam Nail first. Seems better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's a 4/4 reach. I could just extinguish it. I'm kind of tempted to. Could cast Weather Seed Treaty, get another land. By choking Miasma, I put a counter on this, it becomes a 3/5, and it'd go down to a 1/3, and this would be a 2/2, and these two would die. That's a possibility. I kind of just like casting Weather Seed Treaty, maybe? No. I'm going to just extinguish the light. I just want to hit with this. Like, no reason not to. Yeah, I'll even put this on top. That's fine. It's really safe. It keeps me from casting Bartok, but it's so safe. And then I'm gonna like be able to cast Weather Seed Treaty and generate some more mana anyways. So I'll go like this. And I'll do the full thing. I'll get the land and all that. I want the land to help me cast Bartok and all that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go this one. And yeah. No decks. End turn. Elfheim Worm, yeah. Sure. So I could return Automatic Librarian immediately, or I could put Nail back in my hand. Alternatively, I could just cast other spells. I could like Iconoclast and then extinguish the light on this. Part of me wants to cast Choking Miasma before I ever do that, but maybe it's maybe just better to cast Bartok and then put Nail back in my hand. But then if they kill Bartok, it's like I actually am taking a solid attack back. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I think we're just going to cast Bartok, put Nail back in my hand. Maybe I do want the Librarian, actually, because I can still get Nail back with Urborg Repossession, and this gives me more battlefield presence, so I could be less scared of like whatever else they could do. And I don't have to like spend the mana on that, and I get a Scry. For example, I got Sojourner here. This is going to cost 5. I have 6 mana. But it's so big. Yeah. Objects. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to do something like this in case they have the double strike trick, because that would still allow me to kill it. Oh. +X +X, just so it gets 3. We'll put it on this. We'll go extinguish the light. Attack with these two. And I think I'm in good shape. Cast Iconoclast. And I got a board, they got nothing. I'm going to leave. It seems conservative, but I see no reason to trade point for point against them like that. So, and then we'll cast this. Yes. The life gain attached to this is really nice, actually. Another Rulic Mons. Yeah. I just battle with my ground dudes, right? Boom, boom, boom. They got to do a bunch of blocking. Actually, I think I just attack with everything because what they got to block like 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like they have to block. They can't. If they block these, they can't do it, or they can't even afford to block one of them, right? Like boom, boom, and it's 7 then. But yeah, we'll just all attack. Mhm. Okay. All right. Good game. Good game. A little scary, even with the mull from our opponent. They just like it could have gone in a way that I didn't actually muster a defense and get a chance to get all the cards on my hand, but that's not what happened. So cool. On to the next one. Okay, round 6 we're 4-1. Round 6 we are 4-1. I don't know what my opponent's name is. Can't pronounce that one. Oh, this looks like a hand, sure. Good defensive spells. Opponent's red-white. I don't think they're going to like this. Like, I have a really good defense setup. Mm-hmm. Now, which of my 3-drops do I play? I definitely don't think I play Wooded Ridgeline. I could play Weathersea Treaty, but I want to get something that can actually block the Cavalier down. So I kind of want to play Soul Tender. Could be Librarian, set up my draws. Let's play Librarian first, actually. I think that seems good. Just the scry right now is going to be a little bit more relevant, and I don't need to get this in the graveyard yet because it's just not that important. Do I want to draw Nail? I think I do, actually, because it's one of my better flying defenders, and I have like the mana for it. It's one of my best creatures. Yeah, I'm at peace with that. 2, 3. Yeah, no attacks. Now they can kill Librarian and then like make a big Cavalier, but yeah, okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's cry. It's easy trade. Another enlist. Does damage equal to its power to any target. Alright, so they can make it a 4-power dude. It's kind of annoying. I think what I'll do is I'll cast Wooded Ridgeline and then Soul Tender. We're getting some value off of this Herbalist, but I kind of don't care. And Bartuk's in the bin, that's okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure. So this definitely blocks here. All right, that's easy. Now the question is, do I block the Keldon Strike team, or do I block one of these? I take 5 if I don't block the Strike team, right? But I can eat a soldier for free. So it's like, did I take 2 more damage? And yeah, I think I block the soldier because I take 2 more damage this way. However, I will like take some of that back as I continue to block with the snare spinner. Oh, and actually, this will maybe deal 3 to me. No, it kills the spinner. Okay. Under pressure. I think I just jam Sojourner. Now there are ways to attack through this. I mean, they could have a kill spell for it, but that's good. I think I'm stabilizing. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 6. I'll go up to 9 if I cast this. Right. which I think is the play. Because if I just cast Aeronaut, I could block 2/2, and then I take 4 if they have like anything. So I think I remove a creature and gain a bunch of life. I've kind of shown I could wait and do this at instant speed. I've kind of shown it already. Is there any merit to doing that? Yeah, I suppose so. They could give a creature indestructible. There are 2 white indestructible tricks. Or there's at least 1. I think there's 2. I can just do this. Well, hang on. Because, yeah, if I cast Aeronaut, I take... so, yeah, I'll take 4, go to 2. But then they won't have, like, a board. No, I think I do this. They can attack me for all, trade off the healer. I go to 5. But then I play 2 cards. But then I have another creature in play. Wow! Dang, dude! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's absurd. That's silly. Come on, choking my asthma. I didn't bin it, did I? No. I can't beat that. Yeah. Dang, 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 dang. That was tough. That was tough. Interesting. I don't know if there's anything I could have done there. I think I would have needed choking my asthma to get out from under that. At the point that they cast 3 of those, like my hand was even really good against that kind of stuff, right? Like I gained some life, I had some early blockers. I could have no, see, even like my block with the snare spitter on the soldier token, because not only did I kill the soldier token, well, okay, let me do the math on that. I think I would have taken more. Like if I maybe not. I'll have to go back and look because if I would have blocked the what's it called, the strike team, if I would have blocked the strike team, and then they would have dealt 3 to me, right? So I took 2 more blocking the soldier, but I would have taken 1 more that turn. But then the 3/1 would have been dead instead of a 1/1. So maybe blocking the strike team was actually better because then I wouldn't have to worry about that. But then I think I ended up blocking that on a future turn, right? So it ended up being pretty equivalent. Maybe it would have been better to go the other way. I thought that this was a very winnable game. Just triple strike team was too much. All right. On to the next one. All right, round 7. We're 4-2. Both of our losses, I feel like, were very winnable games. All right, this person's silver, which, I mean, everybody's starting off at bronze. This shows me this person's been playing, at least, you know. I have no black mana, but I do have, like, my Iconoclast going. Opponent goes first. So I could go, like, Ridgeline. This guy's just going to be a 3/2. And then I have no black mana. But then I have my Librarian for some scries. Try it. Okay, it's not great. I kept this because I have a couple early defensive plays. I feel like I could draw out of it. My Super Prodigy. Battlefield, if it was kicked, stop your input in my hand, the rest of the bottom room of the library anywhere. Card's good. Do I just cast Iconoclast? Or do I play the tap land? I just cast Iconoclast. I'm at peace with that. No, oh wait, I did the wrong thing. I just cast Iconoclast. I don't care. I'll trade. This is trading down a little bit. This card's a little bit better, but it just doesn't matter. The reason I did that is because if I do draw a land, I got follow-up plays. This allows me to just like not take the damage there. A little bit of a risk, but it ends up being kind of the same either way. Like, do I make a play that turn, or do I like take a play off on this turn? Whereas like if I draw a land, I might not even have to play off, right? So I do have all black cards. That's bad. Getting worse. I was hoping I'd be able to cast Librarian for the scry there too. Well, team, if my opponent keeps playing super weak cards like that, I'll be okay. Anything that is not a swamp goes to the bottom. See ya. Well, I took a risk, and it's definitely not paying off. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, gang, I think I'm dead. From a really anemic opening from my opponent, too. Let's see if I can get out from under it, but it seems sketch. Play Soul Tender here, because it's going to mill, and then maybe Leech will be better on the follow-up. Yeah, because now I can play Leech as an 8-8. I can trade here, take 5, play Leech as an 8-8. It's maybe still not good enough. We'll see what happens, though. I'm in a very, very bad spot. Like, basically any follow-up creature. Yeah. Can I get out from under this? Maybe I can play Leech, and then I can use Urborg Repossession to, like, gain 2. Yeah. And go up to 6. I will get Iconoclast because it's the cheapest. Still very likely to die, like even right here on the spot. In fact, that is lethal. Right, yeah. Dang, dang. Very winnable games. I lost 3 very winnable games with cards in my hand. That one was the closest to my own fault because I maybe should have mulliganed that. I definitely don't feel bad about the second game I lost. And the first game, I'm trying to remember what even happened. That doesn't matter. Yeah, so here, maybe a mulligan would have been better decision making. It just, I was a little too slow and awkward. I was a little too slow. Also, these go wide aggro decks are turning out to be pretty good. Look at my opponent's mana. It's like green white, but like not. Interesting. Yeah, so I got to think what to make of that. I feel a lot better about playing the Choke in Miasma because that's part of the reason that I was like kind of high on it. So it was like, oh, well, there's like a lot of cheap creatures in this set, and so like boards like this, I would have like absolutely destroyed, right? But yeah, it just never really like lined up. Like the times I drew it, it was actually like bad on the boards that I drew it on. So that wasn't great. Yeah. What else do I think? Again, this card super impressed me. I actually like Shadow Prophecy a good amount too. Like this is as far as divinations go, I think that this one's pretty good. The fact that it comes with selection and graveyard stuff, you lose 2, but I mean we've had so many like draw spells that lose 2, like it's fine. This card's decent. I maybe should have picked something else over the Bailoff. I think this card was only fine. Yeah. So anyways, that's the draft, folks. 4 and 3, not incredible. It's fine. I'll take it. I really feel like I could have picked one of those up. That being said, all right, we like mostly got our prizes back. Let's open some packs. Let's open some packs. So here, Landmark Green Widow, 3 mana. Yeah, this card's incredible. Yeah, this card's so good. A 3 mana 4/3 reach trample with a buyback ability. This card's great. Easy first pick here, I think. Next to be Heirloom Battle Hymn. I really like this card a lot. Really good damage for the mana. And then again, like, see, if you just have to wait, so it's like 4 life is a lot. Just add that 1 mana on. Curious, there's really not a lot of defenders, and the defenders that there are, I'm just like not super excited about. So this defender archetype exists, but like, you know, I've played enough sets like, you know, Modern Masters, one of them, I can't remember, had like the defenders theme, and the defenders in that set was like really good. I almost want a PPTQ with that. Because the cards were incredible, but the defenders in this set I've not seen. Like there's a couple like decent ones, but like they aren't like super good. This card does go a long way to making it work though. When this can attack as a 5/5, that's a big deal. So yeah. What's this? Here, this card isn't good, right? One target artifact, each permanent, exile this way. No, this card looks bad. Keldon Strike Team. This card kicked the snot out of me. That was insane. So that was a something. Ellis Ilkor. You gain 1 life. It's your standard like 2 mana life screw around cleric. It seems okay. Wingmantle Chaplain. This is one of the better defender payoffs, I think, because if you cast this early and then cast a number of defenders, it actually like does give you a route to victory kind of on its own. You get like 3 or 4 birds, you can win with that if your opponent doesn't have any flying. There seems like there's a good amount of reach in the set that like I had like 1 or 2 reach creatures, and then there's like a decent number of flyers, and then there's a red reach creature. So I don't know how good flyers are, especially 1/1 flyers, but I mean they're never bad, but you know what I mean contextually. Okay. Here, Valiant Veteran. Other soldiers you control get +1/+1. How many soldiers are there? I don't think that there's a ton. I mean, there's some. I wouldn't be too excited to snap this up early. This seems okay. It's actually like not bad. Like a lot of equipment is like a little too expensive, but like 2 and then 2 is really not that bad. Especially like equip cost only being 2 is like pretty good. Like if this was like 1 and then 3, this would be a lot worse. But 2 and 2, reasonable. 2+2+1, good. And then the legendary text on there, kind of nice actually. Like really scary if you do have that. I think that this is the pick that I should have picked over the 4/5, the whatever, the Linebreaker Bailoff. I think that this card would have been better. Get some creatures in my graveyard. It's just bigger, has the death touch on it, so like you can't really double block it. I think that this card would have been better. It's tight though. It's not like they're that different. People were making good use of this card. I like it. Last pack. What do we got? Breeds Fruitful Return. You can sacrifice a creature if you discard a card. I don't really like that ability. And then it has a Raise Dead. Okay, so I mean, like, it's so far card neutral. May sacrifice a now if they don't lose 2 life and you draw a card. No, this card is like the worst. Like, because the discard abilities are like kind of by default Punisher abilities, right? Like you discard a card, well, they choose the least damaging card for them. So it's like Punisher-esque, just making people discard a card of their choosing. And so it's like that, and then you can buy a creature back, but it's like if you know, so this turns into a Raise Dead. I guess it's okay because, like, let's say I read ahead, I use it as a Raise Dead, so I draw a card, and then my opponent can either let me draw another card, so it turns into this weird divination, or they can sacrifice a creature. But it's still like that's like a divination with like a half Punisher on it. It just seems bad. It just doesn't seem very good. A mythic rare. That's great. Broken Wings, decent. I mean, it hits so many things that like this card's good. I haven't seen. I'll have to again review the spoilers, but like there's some sets where there are like a number of enchantments that just like ruin you and completely destroy you, you know. And so like, there are some sets where like having the ability to like hit that kind of stuff, like and be able to sneak it into your main deck on a card that has like so many modalities, like as this does, like, is really pretty good. Because like it's just like a nice safety valve against like effects that most people can't deal with. And so if you have like, I can't think of anything for this set, but think like Glorious Sunrise or something like that, where it's like, wow, this card's going to kill me and I can't like actually interact with that. Cards like this, like sneaking these into your deck, where it's like, well, there's enough targets that you should be able to find something really solid. I like it. Everything else seems, this card also kind of fits in the same boat, but I think it's a little weaker overall. I don't even know what I take out of this. Like, I mean, it's only 6 cards here, but like, I guess the Broken Wings. Like, I don't think it's Braids. It could be Captain's Call. I don't know if this card's like good or not. You know, we'll see. It seems like it's the kind of thing where it's like important for like what the aggressive white decks are doing. Like, it seems like I died to going wide a lot, and because there are defenders and big creatures and high toughness creatures and all that kind of stuff. Like, going wide is a good way of dealing with that. Where it's like, on most boards, if I had like a standard board, I could just never attack into you. But because I can afford to sacrifice like a token or 2 to like get a lethal attack in, it's kind of seems like that's sort of what the aggressive decks are doing. So maybe Captain's Call. I don't know. Weak overall. Thanks for the mythic. All right, everybody. I'm glad to be back. Thanks for watching. Hopefully going to get some more of these going soon. I can tell I haven't done this in a while because my throat's like getting sore. It's like I'm losing my voice after just like, 4 matches. So, but yeah, excited to get back into the swing of things. So I will see you next time. Thanks.